So I'll let you guys in on a secret. I was watching a YouTube video of David Guetta creating, I don't know, a disco song or something. I can't remember the genre, but what really grabbed my attention was that he was using Captain Beat, only Captain Beat for the beats of the song. And it's the first time I've ever seen a actual real producer using Captain Beat. I've seen other producers using Captain Epic, and I use Captain Epic myself. But I thought it was really an interesting thing because I don't tend to use Captain Beat. That's the one thing that I don't use a lot of because I have my own way of producing the drums. But I just thought that's pretty cool. And that inspired me to go back into Captain Epic and just use as much of it as possible. So what I'm going to do in this video is going to use Captain Chords, Captain Deep, Melody, and Captain Beat as best as I can, considering I don't use Captain Beat very often. But as you know, the best way to start with Captain Epic is to start with Captain Chords Epic. So we're going to double click that and open that, an instance of that up. And what will happen is you really need Captain Chords Epic to be open in order for the other ones to follow. We're not going to install an upgrade. So Captain Chords Epic is kind of the thing that guides the rest of the track, if you don't know this already. So let's get started. So I like the default key, so it's A minor. We're not going to change anything there. And we're going to just add some chords. We just click on the plus button there, and we just add another set of chords here. If we just... Where's the random? There was a random section. Hold on a sec. Oh, here we go. So if we click on the progression chords, we'll just generate a set of chords. There you go. So just keep clicking it until you get what you want. And what I'm looking for is these 4 on the floor chords. I'm not looking for anything complicated, but these first and third, second and fourth are identical. So that's actually not what we want. So let's just generate some more. So just listen to that. We'll audition it. We're going to do some more auditioning. I think actually what you can do is you're going to just select this one here, and we can just change maybe the types of chords we're going to get. So we can change that to E minor, for example. Change it to D minor. And this particular chord here, we'll just change that to G major. See how that sounds. We'll do an inversion up. Let's do it down again. And we'll just change that last chord to D minor. We've kind of done all that, haven't we? So let's bring that back to D minor with a different complexity. We'll just add just a tiny bit more complexity, and we'll just invert that up. We'll just add some complexity to this chord, but we'll scale it up. That's too high. Actually, let's do that to these chords as well. We'll just add that fourth note. There you go. That last chord doesn't work, so we'll just change that to E minor. But I think the first one's E minor, actually. No, it's not. So let's just listen to this. And we'll push this down. Kind of the buttons are overlapping there. That's better. So there you go. So we've got our base set of chords, and we're just going to If we just press space now, it's just going to keep playing them. But what we can do now is we can drag in an instance of Captain Deep just underneath. Okay, we'll just leave that alone. Actually, no, let's go into sound design. So we're going to bring up this phase plant module, which is pretty cool. Just increase some of the glide there. And we've got the global filter. Ah, there's a filter there, sorry. And the filter decay, we just make it quite short. Long. Too long, so we'll just leave it like that. I think we just leave those to be. So what we have here is we've got the bass chords, we've got the bass, which are really good for, you know, the beginnings of the track. And then we'll create another Captain Deep just underneath here. We'll just bring another instance of Captain Deep, because remember, it's just following what's playing in the chords. So we're just going to make this one a little bit more complicated. So instead of following the chords, we'll have we'll just get some of these electronic presets. No, we just change the bank to electronic. I don't know why it just says Future Rave. Give me a second. So I'm just going to work this out. Follow the chords, edit. Ah, here we go. So we have the rhythm selections here. You've got lots of choices. So we can now start. Let's try build up. Let's try something else. Let's try some of the pop presets. Okay, so we'll just leave that one there for now. And we're going to also take another instance of Captain Chords here. Just put that underneath. Now this is just to get a little bit slightly more complex version. In fact, let's just delete this. We'll just to get a slightly more complex version of the original chord. So we'll just duplicate this here. So we'll just listen to how it sounds at the moment. So this is a copy of the previous one, but I don't know what I just did there. And under rhythm change, we're just going to go here and select different options. Okay, so let's just try Piano Man. Actually, I like that, so we can use that. I'm going to copy again, duplicate again, because I do want a slightly more complex rhythm. I just like that sound that we just created for the intro. And let's go for rhythm again. Soulful, let's try that. That's too soulful. It's not too bad. Some of these are really cool for things like intros and stuff. Let's try R&B Essence 1. No. Vertical, texture. That's it. So all of this can be changed because you can, let me just go back. You can export all of this to MIDI. So all of this is changeable. So here, export to MIDI, or you can export the audio. But I'm just, at this moment in time, just brainstorming different ideas. So just going to fix this a bass line up because I think something went wrong there. So we'll just go back to here. Follow the chords. Yeah, so there's something went wrong there, but it's fine because we're going to always go back in here and just use the pencil tool just to get back what you lost, basically. Let's do that. Lovely. Just go back to that sound design. I think we lost some stuff there. I'm not sure why. Excellent. So once again, this is brainstorming. So now we've got an opportunity to use Captain Melody just to get a bit of a hook going. So we just click on this create idea piece. Oh, it's already clicked. You've just got to press the plus button and some ideas instantly come up. So let's try some different options. Let's make them a little bit longer. Oh, sorry. Just bring that back. Try some different presets here. Try changing the tension in certain parts. That's it. So here we go. We've got the basics here of the track. Now what I'm going to do is, whilst I do like some of the sounds that come out of Captain Epic, I do have my own types of sounds that I like. So what I'm going to do is just going to do stuff like export MIDI. And there's all that beautiful MIDI that's been captured. I'm just going to use that in this song. Now, let's just delete that because I'm just going ahead too fast here. So the next thing I want to do is try Captain Beat Epic. And I actually intend to use it this time. Once again, it's not something I use a lot, but if David Guetta can use it, I should be using it. So I think the problem I have with it is the sound. It sounds a bit sort of like a flat, wet fart. And that's because the just the sample itself is flat. So you can change the different types of a kick that you want here. I mean, the 909 sounds pretty solid. And you know, that's a pretty good way to start the song. And then you could duplicate that track. So you've always got that kick in one track, and on the next track you can start building up the beat. Let's try a different pattern. So we just use this basic pattern here. But once again, we need to change the sounds. And we can change the sounds here because you can just select this as kick. Let's change the clap to 707 as well. Or 909. And we'll change the hat again. So you have all these different drum machines to basically choose from. I think it's pretty cool. So unlike everything else here, you can't export this to MIDI, but you can add different effects. Let's just click on the effects button. It's got some send effects. So, for example, on the snare, oh, we don't have a snare. We've got claps. So on the clap, we can add some different reverbs or something. So really the next thing to do is, once you've got all of the building blocks together, then you need to arrange them. Okay, and I guess that's the secret sauce of how to become a good producer, is your arrangement and your mixing. So I'm just going to put all of this on hold while I do some quick arrangement. So I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so about half an hour later, I've come up with this. I'm going to let you hear it in a second, but as you can see here, it's just a bunch of building blocks put together with some spaces and with some extra other elements, which I thought might be cool. And sorry about the buzzing in the background. People are Teams chatting me at the same time that I'm presenting this. So basically what I've done is I've moved everything that was in Captain Epic, which is basically in here, into a group track, and I've basically muted it, and I've dragged all of the MIDI into different tracks, and I've used my own instrument. So all of the MIDI that you're seeing here is from Captain Epic. I haven't added any of my own yet, and the only thing I've added is this kind of extra clap drum beat here, because I thought the Captain beat element needed a bit of extra sort of reinforcements. Now also, I added a vocal. I just took a splice vocal and added some shimmer to it. And similarly with the Captain B, I added a Ableton drum bus just to give it a bit more boom, because I found that the Captain Epic beat was a little bit tinny sort of sounding. So just wanted a little bit of extra boom. And put some nice pianos, some Spire, some Diva, Repro for bass. So this is, and another thing I added was this kind of guitar sample, which was an A minor, and it just kind of fit. It just kind of fit the vibe of the song. So I added it in certain sections of the song, and as you can tell, there's a hell of a lot of reverb. Most of it's coming from this plugin here, which is called Shimmer. $50 it costs, Valhalla Shimmer, and it's got this kind of ethereal, really long tail. You got to kind of high cut it and just reduce the mix of it just to keep control of it. But it's it's pretty awesome. So it starts with that little piano section. Let's just go and listen to that a little bit. This is the piano section came out of there. Once again, there is a shimmer. Probably is too much. Just reduce the mix there a bit. Some high cut. I just thought that was a nice way to start the song. I did a bit of left panning there as well, just because there's so much going on. The guitar itself, I forgot, needs to be right panned just a little bit, just so we have some separation between the sounds. There's kind of a lot of EQ. We're just getting rid of a lot of low-end information, which isn't needed for those kind of lead instruments. So let's just listen to it. Let me know what you think about it. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to use this song, but it's just to demonstrate to you guys how we can, work with Captain Epic. So let's start. This is the vocal. It's just a phrase, and then there's a little segment here. There's the plucks. A bit of a gap there. So that's it, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, any questions, pop them into the messages, and yeah, thanks. Bye.